to mute my mic. How's it, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry, I forgot to unmute my mic here. I still need to figure out this Streamlabs thing and sort all these things out. But anyways, hope you all have an awesome weekend and a week so far. I know I'm super excited this week because I'm picking up my new house's keys on Friday. So we're going to be moving next week. So Friday, I'm picking up the house keys and everything, sorting out all of those kind of stuff, setting up a studio, a dedicated studio, and yeah, expanding on the team. So I'm super looking forward to that. Hey, Wizard Lens, how you doing, brother? So, tell me, how's your guys' week been? It's been good so far. I mean, we're in December. You can believe we're already at the end of the year. Christmas right around the corner. I want to do something similar, not on Christmas Day, but I'll see if I can make a space somewhere within this month for us to do like a Christmas themed stream. So we'll set up like a decoration. What, you can't hear me? Hold up. Can you hear me better now? I hope that's better now. But yeah, what I'm thinking is to do like a whole Christmas stream render where we'll set up a scenery for Christmas. It's something, my gift to you guys will be after we set it up and all that, I'll make it available to download for a limited time. Similar to what we did with the commercial setup, right? So I'll be dragging in assets and all of those kind of stuff. I want to try and play around with snow. And I've never really rendered out snow and frost and all of those kind of things. So I'll see if I can find a gap somewhere this month so we can actually do a render like that as well. And then basically go through the whole thing. I'll make the file available then as a Christmas gift to all of my viewers and followers and subscribers. However, I do have a favor to ask. We're at 733 subscribers right now, as you can see there in the top, and we want to get to 1,000 before this year is done. I think that is possible. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. And same goes for the Instagram. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers by the end of the year, and yeah, I think it's possible to get that going. So if you're viewing, you haven't subscribed or followed yet, please feel free to hit that. And yeah, let's jump into it. So I have a turntable planned today, so we're gonna basically do a turntable on a black background. I did make a stream of this before recently. This one is just gonna be like, we're gonna be setting up 2 camera angles, some lighting and all of that stuff. And but before I jump into that, I just quickly have to do another render, just a plain commercial thing of a ring that looks like this. So I know it doesn't look like much, so this is actually going to be transparent, and then we've got some dark green stuff, and this whole ring is going to be made in platinum. So I want to get this done today, and then yeah, we're gonna set this up in a render, and after that's done, oh, I just see I want to do something here real quick. Let's just go 0.1. Is that going to be too much? No, that's just enough. All right, perfect. Then we might actually go more than 0.1. Let's try 0.3. Is it going to work? Nope, 0.3 is too much. 0.2. Oh man. Why is it not working now? Alright, so we'll have to do 0.1. Okay, that's fine. We'll do 0.1. And then the same goes for this side, just so we make sure we don't have any sharp edges and stuff. Any tips for beginners, brother? The best tip I can give you, right, is depending on which software you're using and what you're trying to do. If you're doing jewelry and so, like I'm getting into Octane now on Blender. Octane has a free version for Blender, The only problem I have with it, it's much more complex than Keyshot, which is my preferred render engine at this point. I want to move over to Octane because there's a lot more stuff there. It's just there's a lot more to learn from Octane than there is for Keyshot, and it's a bit more of a complex render engine. But the best thing I have, if you're using Keyshot, is hop on over to Will Gibbons's YouTube channel. He's got a bunch of tutorials on there, and that's what I use to learn how to get rendering on Keyshot. And it takes a little bit of figuring out for jewelry, because he has a few videos for jewelry, but there's not too much in-depth stuff of jewelry. That's why I'm hoping these lives they help a bit to catch some tips and tricks here and there. And yeah, so because at this point I don't really have the time to sit and do tutorials and all those kind of stuff, those tutorial videos. Like, yeah, it's easy to record everything, but doing the edits and editing like 3 hours worth of 2 hours worth of footage into like 30 minutes pieces, it takes a lot of time. So yeah, what I recommend, hop on over to Will Gibbons's stuff. He does some amazing stuff, and yeah, there's some tutorials there, project files that you can get for free, absolutely for free, that goes with the videos. So that would be my best tip to start improving on your renders. Alright, so let's hop on over here to Keyshot. I did a very nice render earlier. Oh crap. This is probably because I freaking restarted my PC. Alright guys, give me a quick second just while I sort this stuff out. Okay, we're sorted. Sorry about that. I restarted my computer earlier and it disconnects from the freaking licensing server then. Yeah, so what we're gonna be doing is oh wait, I did a nice render earlier. I'll show you guys now, and it came out looking pretty nice. And thanks for the compliment. Harris, how you doing, brother? Otaku, how you doing, bro? So earlier I finished up, I'll show you guys here now, a nice little scenic render on a citrine ring, and I think it was pretty nice. Let me just find it here. Here we go. And there we go. So I finished up this one earlier. We tried it. At first I just had a plain background, and then yeah, we played a bit around with it because this is what we had. And I was like, nah, this is too plain. And a friend of mine also, which I sent it to, is like, nah, there's something missing. So we had to sort out the missing stuff, and then we ended up with this, which I think looks pretty damn cool. I'm excited on it. It's part of a project that I'm busy with another photographer from New York, and yeah, we're gonna present this to some people and hopefully hopefully land a nice client on those. But yeah, that is it for that. What we'll do is I just want to quickly hop into like a commercial scenery here. One that what I've set up already. I just want to quickly do this ring render and then we'll get into the turntable. So let's hop on over to the front view and then let's bring in this gens band that we have to render. Pretty interesting gens band, really. So let's go. Oh, here we go. Wrong one. There we go. We just want that on the front for now. Let's bring that in. Okay. Oh, that looks a bit odd. So let's just get these things open and everything. So we're gonna be setting up some materials for this thing. Firstly, this whole ring's gonna be in platinum, right? So I'm gonna leave it right like that. And then the other materials that we're gonna set up is it's a bit more of a scratched platinum. Let's just call this scratched metal. And then what I'm gonna do is just, well, I can literally just plug that in the roughness here and get rid of that. And then we'll make this let's make this slightly bigger. Oh shit, not that big. 20. And then let's bring this all the way up. And then all I'm doing currently, sorry, I just realized I'm hiding the stuff from you. What HDRI am I using for this scene? Basically just something like this. So I know a lot of guys have been asking me for where I get HDRIs. Oh, let me just do this. Just take away my camera and everything. So a lot of you guys have been asking me where can you find these HDRIs. Where I have found them is basically there's a software called HDR Light Creator, right? So you can get a demo version of that software, and I downloaded basically all of these HDRI light studios that you see here on my left. I downloaded on there for free. And then this is what I use as a basis on some of my stuff. Obviously I edit them a bit, like this light wasn't normally there and it just had this one here, and then I just added that light on there. So you can basically get those stuff for free on that software. And if not, the other place to go, I recently bought it. I don't know if it's still live. Octane had a Black Friday special of something like $200 for Octane licenses. You get a full year's access to Grayscale Gorilla, which I'll show you guys right now. Grayscale Gorilla is this here, right? And you get a full access to all of their HDRIs, which is super high quality HDRIs. You get one specifically for metals that has a bunch of HDRIs. Oh, this is actually from Grayscale Gorilla. I see that now. But in any case, but why is it labeled as HDR Light Studio? Okay, doesn't matter. Anyways, you've got a library of materials and everything on you, and you've got a year's access. Normally this is like, I think $480 just on its own for a year's access. And you got it with the Octane, as well as a couple of other stuff that you get for free with that thing for $200 or something for the year. It's really a steal of a deal. There's some other models and everything there as well. But definitely go check that out. It's a nice place to get some HDRIs. They're not exactly drag and drop, like you can probably just drag and drop them. I like to use them as a starting point for some of the other ones. Hey Juan, basically the software I'm using is Keyshot, brother. So we're doing Keyshot over here, and yeah, that's basically what I use. I am busy transitioning over to what you call it, to Octane, but that's gonna be take a bit longer to do. So first of all, let's make this a plastic cloudy. Right? That's not weird at all. Maybe plastic transparent. Interesting. We just want to give it like a plasticky look on this one. And then, yeah, so the vines, we're gonna put scratch metal across all of the vines. They're gonna have, we need to create some sort of like texture on it. I'm thinking that this one that I have here now currently is not ideal. I've really been having a hard time giving the sparks to the diamonds in Keyshot. Yeah, the glaze and so in Keyshot, you can't do that natively with Keyshot. You have to hop on over into a post-production software like After Effects. That is where I add the glares, and then you can use a software called either Red Giant Trap Codes or Trap Code Red Giant Star Glow, or you can use Boris Sapphire Effects. There's two of those. I would recommend doing some research into those, because they will definitely give you what you're looking for, because that's basically what I'm using to add the glaze to the diamonds on my stuff. So this is the green plastic, so let's go plastic translucent surface. We kind of want a little green in here. I've never actually worked with transparent plastics. I usually work with cloudy plastic. I've found that that's been the easiest way for me to work with it, but let's just sample this here and then create a bit of a cloudiness to it. And then let's get on the other plastic here, which is going to be the dark green, which will make completely cloudy. It's going to be like a dark green. So let's just drag this into the cloudiness color. I might need to change the direction of it. I might actually just make this one a normal plastic. I'm feeling like this other one here, the opaque one, it's kind of blocking it out. Yeah. Donkey. This one is not something to figure out. Let's try and see. All right. Let's see here. Transparent, specular color, but how do you know? How do you set the transparency of it though? Well, I guess you guys are gonna see me troubleshooting creating a material here, because I have no idea yet how to create this material. Never done like a layered plastic with a bunch of colors on it. want to see, what does this red do? No, it's just the sides, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go do the cloudy plastic, but oh wait, the transparency distance also gonna play a role. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna get the reference photo here. And at least we know where we're working towards. Let's see if I bring this scale down slightly. Okay. Oh, wait. That's the one giving the colors. Let me quickly open up this thing here. Just so I can kind of see what the color looks like that we're trying to replicate. Alright, so this is what we're trying to replicate. Okay, cool. It gives me a better idea of what I need to do. So I'm just going to pull this off to the side here. And this dark green, we're going to keep this as a... it's not really doing much. And then I think the problem is this opaque one. Yeah, that opaque one is what's screwing with me. So let's quickly edit this one and then just give it like a little bit of a noise texture going into diffuse, and then we'll use that green as one color, and then maybe a lighter green as another color. And then let's just bring the scale down, just so we can create some variance, you know, the colors. Magnitude. I'm thinking they're not far enough apart. Boom. Alright, so let's just get a black thing in here. I just want to see what is happening. Gonna need a bright one here. And then just lighten this color a bit. So we have a little bit of irregularity. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see the irregularity on the stream, but it is there. Let me just do this. There you go. I want to quickly try something and just see. Create a new one on here. I'm very curious to see what this would look like. Not really giving us the effect that we want, but we can definitely still play around with this one here. Unless we put this in the colors here. Here's my reference. Just to give an idea, we're trying to remake something like this, and I think I'm gonna need a normal map, almost like a glitter normal map, to make that sparkling stuff happen. And what I'm thinking is to actually create one like this. So let's put a cyan color in here and a purple. And then oh wait, we can't set this thing to a normal map. I forgot you can't set a texture to a normal map. Okay, but that's fine. Hold up. Let's go check here. Right? Hey, did somebody subscribe, or was that I'm guessing that was the music. We're still yet to have a subscriber on a live subscriber. I spent so much time freaking setting up the the alerts. I don't know if you guys ever saw the alerts, but basically it looks like something like this. Which I think is pretty cool. Alright, so let's have a look here and see what the product. I might actually end up using one of these reflector. No, they're not gonna work. I need something more organic. There is an organic thing here. Where was it? I just need to find it. I wonder if it's at Everyday Materials. Let's have a look here. No, this is just wood. So I have here. I could always change one of these things. That's not gonna look alright now. Looks good. Let's keep it like this. I'm gonna work on this scratch texture here. So let's have a look at some surface imperfections, textures. So what do we want? We want some surface imperfections, right? Wanna see now let's grab the surface imperfections here. And we want something that's almost like scratched. I want to say almost something like this. Yeah, perhaps something like this. Crust 35. We'll try this one and see how it looks. I think it'll look pretty nice once it's done. All right, so let's go here and let's go find that surface imperfection real quick. Sources, grayscale gorilla, textures, boom. Alright, so let's drag that in here. Let's get a feel for it. I need to change this to a triplanar. Right, well, it's too small. That's the only part of the problem now. It's a bit too small. So let's make it 30. Maybe 50. Or 100. Nah, that's not really working, is it? Else the other option is to go brushed. Let's go brushed on the roughness. then let's go cylinder. Oh, this thing is completely wrong. Okay. Maybe like a 2 millimeter or 1 millimeter. Rest finish. Let's just angle this thing. Might actually have to go planar. No. The angle is fine. It's the angle of the UV we need to change. There we go. Okay, let's just hop on back to our camera then. And I actually want to plug this into the play these values here. Just to kind of give it a little bit of something, you know. Check Instagram. What's up with Instagram, brother? Ashke Kumar. What's up with Instagram, brother? Or did you send me a message or something? Alright. So I need this. Let's try 2. And I'll actually plug this into the bump here as well. Just to kind of give it a slight texture, you know. Field of view. I'm not liking how this freaking plastic is looking. I don't know, there's something about it that I'm not liking. Perhaps I should just do the cloudy. Oh, there we go. Just bring the cloudiness down. That back texture, I need to make that back texture a bit more detailed. Let's see, the back texture would be this dark green. Oh, that's why it looked weird, because it was on the emissive. Okay, I need to make this thing a little bit more, how can I put it, have a little bit more clarity. Some sharpness behind it, you know? Maybe instead of a normal noise, we try fractal and just kind of see how that looks. Yeah, there we go. So then this one can be the lighter green, and this one here can be the darker green. Well, black. I need this to be a bit more of a deeper green. Something like that. Just pull up the reference here again. So we got this. this as a reference. That in the back almost, like, I don't know, this picture looks so weird. It looks very fake. But I'm guessing a picture that has fast shipping on the top, it is fake, and it looks like one of those China stores things. And then I need to increase the fall off just a little bit on here. And maybe the size and scale of this as well a bit. I think that looks okay-ish. I don't know. First of all, what I need to do is plug this here into the roughness here and remove that stuff from the band. There we go. Reduce that. I'm gonna change up the depth, the f-stop on this ring. Oh wait, it's 100. And I'm still not happy with that freaking material. It is black. I mean, I thought we were using the freaking the fractal noise one here. Obviously not. I don't want it to be that black. Maybe more of a greens around here. I think the cloudy plastic is just making it a bit difficult to see through. That might be what's breaking it up. So let's cloudiness color, let's make it a little bit less cloudy. Something like that. Alright, cool. Look good on the stream and everything. Yeah, that's still fine. Not a fan of how this thing is looking here, man. It's way too scratched up. 0.75. Oh, you know what it is? It's this bloody backdrop ramp scratches. Let's just take that off. That's reflecting on the metal and making it look weird. And then I don't know what the refractive index is of resin, but I'm liking the lower refractive index a bit more. I just feel like this metal also kind of needs a little bit of a, I don't want to say brushed finish, but maybe something like this. Where's my Discord? Oh, I closed it. So let's just want to see something. Do this on a darker background for this render as well. Just so the metal looks a bit different, you know? A bit closer to the reference. I don't know. It's kind of throwing me off a bit on the color. But I need the color to be brighter. So look here. I just feel like this resin or this cloudy plastic also needs some imperfection in it, which we can probably borrow from here and just attach it in here. Put that on the roughness. 2. Let's have a look and see. Because currently, oh wait, it's too small. Do this like 20. Oh. To create a bit more realism on this thing. I'll be honest, this is not my best work. I haven't done these kind of plastic stuff. Layering plastics and resins and all of these things. Cloudiness is very subtle. I'm guessing clear resin doesn't cure with any cloudiness in it. I'm just not a fan of how the green looks in the background. Perhaps what would this look like if we just had to go and put it as plastic transparent? Does it really improve the look? I don't know. Probably not. This background here. Let's quickly do this. I'm gonna get the all off. See, that's just the thing. I'm not getting like oh, there we go. Okay, so I need to adjust the levels on this thing. So we can put a bit more variance in color in this part of it darker. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. And then what I'm going to do is basically put this part. Oh wait, let's keep that one there. Let's plug this one into opacity here. And make this white, make this black. Just want to see. That black, it's white. See, that's just it. I'm not getting the clear differences on there. I wonder if wonder if I were to plug in a caustic sting. This is experimentation now, so I'm gonna see if I plug in a caustic sting into opacity map, if I can get the effect that I'm looking for. And it's a bit experimental, but essentially the idea is to create a label that's only transparent in certain areas. Plug this. Just want to see how big is this thing. Make this like 50. Smaller. Cool. And then we'll have this. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so that kind of worked. Just a little bit of tweaking, but we're getting to what I want, the effect that I wanted to achieve with it. Sometimes you just gotta get a little bit creative with the materials. So let's get rid of that one there. And now I wonder, do you have opacity maps in emissives? You do. And then we'll keep it in reflections. And kind of that's how you would create like a glow-in-the-dark kind of look as well with an emissive material. Now I just need to have a color to number in here because I want to define these edges even more. So what we'll do is, well, maybe not that much. Something like that. All right. Maybe I should just take this back to like a white background. I think it looks better on black, eh? I think black is the way to go for this environment here. Just want to get rid of this bloom. Well, let me quickly just see if this is what we're going for. I think this is more or less what we're going for. That's a bit different than this one here. Right. Let's just quickly find out if this is what we're looking for. Is it what we do? Yeah. No, my camera's not on. Is that what you're looking for?
No, but the brushes are just... The leaf should not be brushed. Is that not in a different thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. The brushes should almost be like a deep brush, you know, like branch kind of details. But the resin is looking cool. How did you do that? Is it with the resin layers like...
No, I removed the middle layer. It's just creating problems.
Is it?
Yeah.
So essentially, is it now like a dark green at the back and then white on top of it?
Yeah. And then I added a bit of variance to that. I want to see here.
It looks cool. could
size.
probably do that with a
Bump
mixture.
height 10. Oh fuck, no, that's too much. I don't think that's what we're going for.
No. The thing is,
I don't know, I'm gonna get the stuff to follow the branches. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
it doesn't have to exactly follow the branches, but isn't there like that's more like organic? More wavy?
Yeah, I can
Instead of
possibly
straight.
do something. Oh shit. Too much. Too much.
Concept is there. Amount is. I don't know if we're going for like that.
I don't know how we're gonna get a branch texture on there. Bum bum.
I'm also gonna brush this.
Let me see surface imperfections. Maybe I can find something else that works.
Maybe even a matte like finish just to it.
Just a matte finish.
Yeah, will that not maybe work?
Matte finish is basically going to be something like this. Oh wait, no.
Like the satin finish top. You know the thing I do in
Wait, with a brush texture.
yeah, but the slight one, just the satin
Okay, hold up.
instead of the harsh.
Hold up, let me try something here. Roughness. Oh, plug this in there, that into there. There it has like a subtle brush.
Yeah, maybe that would work. Yeah.
Alright,
If
white
they
or
wanted
black
that to
background?
be-
Should I do a green background?
No, let's do black and a white. Why I'm saying black is the reference photo they have is a
Black.
dark background and it affects the way the resin looks.
Yeah, no.
to the eye.
Okay, perfect.
And
Hey
black
PL,
one.
how you doing, brother? Okay, so we're gonna do. Can I just do? You only need fronts, or do you need side? Okay, well, obviously I need the side for the detail, but it's only the front and the side, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna look much different on the quarter.
Just do one of the sides because they're more or less like it's a very uneven. You do one front, one side, and then one.
In black and white. Can I do
No,
the
no, no.
fronts in black?
You can only do do everything in white. The front one like this, one black.
Okay.
So that they can just see what it does for the resin for reference.
There's boom, boom, boom. Gents. All right. No, fine. Okay, cool. So front white, add to Q. That's fine. And then let's do a black background real quick. Maybe just up the brightness a bit. Black. I'll remove this backdrop. Nah, we don't want it looking like that, right? Nah. Put the backdrop back. What plane is this that we have on here? Oh no, I don't want lights. Do that. We've queued up the black one. And then let's quickly copy this stuff for the side view. Dun, dun. Okay, we'll do this with a white background again. Side. And then let's just do one where we've got a full side view. Wow. That'll have to be ring to move. Boom, 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 boom. Oh wait, no, I don't want to take a screenshot. I'm gonna do side 2. Render, and then let's quickly put this into the perspective layer. The perspective studio. Wrong one. Go copy, paste position. Doom, doom, doom. Bring this thing down so that it's on the ground, not actually. There, let's do 100. There we go. Oh, this material needs to come down a bit. The roughness. Render this one out as well. And come on, perspective. Right, now we can get on to the what you call it, the turntable video that we have to make. Come on. It'll connect now. Holy shit. Right, let's just do this and delete all of these jobs, because else they're gonna start downloading one by one. And I might have just screwed up. There we go. Okay, no, I didn't. Cool. It's being rendered. Just I'll save this scene because I've got a feeling I'm gonna remake this thing at some point, and I gotta redo the freaking everything. Save, whatever the case may be. It's the green supposed to be an enamel. No, the green's supposed to be a resin. And how's it, Richard? So this is supposed to be like a resin inlay kind of stuff with, it's got resin at the bottom and then resin on top and everything. Yeah. I'm not that good with the resin material creation stuff just yet, but yeah, what we're gonna do in any case now is setting up turntable studio for a black turntable. I need to do some stuff, but let me just first check the models, because the models, I don't think I've prepared them to render just yet. Let me just see here, what are we gonna be rendering? Alright, so I'll need to prepare these models then for render. Let's quickly do that. Luckily, that shouldn't take too long, or I hope it doesn't take too long. What's happening here? sorry, is it just send this to a client? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's delete this stuff out. Community slightly rounded it to have the resin kind metal a bit. Yeah, it's like if it was a thing for a social media post, it has to be perfect. I would have gone more into detail on it, but yeah, it's for now. It's just it's the initial client design, and then if he wants to change it, then I would have gone into all of that effort for nothing, which is not something I want to do. Alright, so let's just quickly edit this stuff. Do the bounding box, boom, boom, boom. And then, well, I can't turn off all the gems. Yeah. Okay, I can put my earpiece back in here and we can skip whatever song this is. Right, so yeah, that's fine. We'll just shorten the claws just ever so slightly. And delete that. No, don't delete that. Boom. X. Done. Deprecated and prongs. Boom, boom. Yeah, so this will basically, I'm shortening them now, and then what's gonna happen afterwards is I'm gonna be bringing it into Blender. Set the C-plane to the top edge of the prongs. What do you mean set the C-plane? C-plane? I've got no idea even how to set the C-plane to the top of the prongs. There you go. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, brother, send it. I'll appreciate that. Like, I'm not a very intense user with Rhino. Like, rendering is my specialty. The only reason I know a little bit of Rhino is my partner showed me, and I needed to actually do some of the stuff. Because some clients, they don't send their stuff render ready, then we have to make them render ready. They do at least round some of the edges and stuff, but yeah, not everything is always render ready, I want to say. All right, cool, so that works. And let's just get one of these prongs down here. Boom, 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 boom. Are you serious? Jeez. Gotta struggle like this with all these groups and stuff. Boom. this edge here. Oh man. I'm gonna move this edge in here a bit. Down a bit more. This one can probably... Oh. Alright. That should be okay for a start, I think. I don't know who does these claws though. They look so freaking... strange though. It's fine, I'll flatten it with the blender thing. Just make it look slightly better with the blender add-on. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Let me just get rid of that. Oh, but that's gonna change how it looks here as well. But I reckon that's fine. Should be good. Okay. Let's quickly shrink wrap this entire damn thing. Shrink wrap. Boom. 0, 1, 5. And then once it's shrink wrap, it might be ready for us to take it. Well, let's see if we're gonna need blender. I'm gonna try and avoid blender as far as possible. Let's just put this. Let's try and avoid blender as far as possible. Guess we'll just see. Why is it doing that? I'm in. Dated. Might need to increase the poly count here a bit. Just Control Shift click the edge. Okay, cool, brother. Thanks, I do appreciate it. I don't know where you sent it though. Perhaps I didn't get something, but yeah, if it was a link, maybe my chat's just not showing up on the link thing. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I just need to see if it's gonna cause. Because usually once the quad remesher in Rhino is actually not that great. Or I recently discovered it's not that great when you have highly detailed stuff. Video link above. Alright, cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm not seeing that in my chat, but I can always go into YouTube afterwards, unless there's some auto feature that removed links. I'm not sure. I'm not too tech savvy on setting up all of that stuff. Oh, if you really want, brother, you can send it to me on Instagram. My Instagram links, I think, should be in my YouTube description. You can just message it to me there. And thank you. I do appreciate it. This should be good. Alright, let's delete that. Doesn't look like it's creating that weird reflections that sometimes happen when there's too much quads, which is lovely. Alright, so last thing I want to do is let's bring in the oval. Oh crap, now it's going to bring it in on the metal layer. We'll just put this on this layer here. And then just, oh wait, do that. depth should be wireframe. I need to adjust the depth. A little bit more, because I know the depth really plays a role in how the diamond refracts. There we go. Slightly more. There we go. All right. Boom. Got that gem replaced. And now these side pays. File. Hey Otaku, how you doing, brother? Awesome. Thanks so much, Richard. Appreciate it, brother. Okay, boom. This is going to be a much smaller thing. Just rotate this 90 degrees. I'm going to do with this one, just to make it easier on me, is boom. Well, these points are not always the same, so I'm just going to take the mid. Is my mid selected on here? Vertex, why is it not snapping? Okay. Oh. This isn't a casting file, so I guess it's not that important that it's to each and every single millimeter exactly the same, or 0.1 of a millimeter accurate. Okay, so this one's a bit too big. I reckon we can delete this one here. Shorten this thing slightly. There we go. Cool. Delete that one. Let's mirror this. You can't copy size. So I can go to the with the block route, but the thing is I made these gems myself, so it's a custom gem, and I'm not too sure how they're set up with the block stuff. And if you can copy the size of a gem, I'm not too sure. If there's a way to do it, I don't know about it. We just we manually do those things. All right, this looks good. So last problem to solve is just go on Boolean differencing. No, don't delete the input. Subtract from. Okay, let's just Boolean difference all these things. Okay, everything's Boolean differenced. Box edit, boom. And let's do these two together. Transform separately. Okay, boom. Here we go. This model is done. Save as. Boom, boom. Render ready. All right, we'll use this model to set up the scene as well. Let's grab it real quick. Drag it into the scene here, default, that's fine. And then, oh geez, no. 20, boom. 90 degrees, oh, minus 90. And then let's just quickly do this. And settle this thing. Okay. Let's just save the camera angle here for now. What I want to do is need a black environment. Maybe something like this can work? I don't know. Let's see how this environment looks. No, not anastrophic, man. Advanced. Go, boom, 10. Environment's not really bright, is it? But I'm guessing the gem is gonna look like shit in here. That's my guess. Jewelry. Yeah, no, this scenery sucks. Let's rather use one of my other ones here because this scenery sucks. We'll use one to get the basis off of what we need, and then and this a bit more. Maybe not as white though. Oh, the brightness is too high. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna just go to here, and then perhaps we could flatten the ground. And maybe create like a black ground thing here. Just see. Maybe not that black, but just a bit darker. Right, boom, lighting, the lighting is fine. Just go into aces, here, boom. Something is seriously lacking on here. Oh wait, that's what. Doom, 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 doom. Does Keyshot allow you to save your pin setups as HDRI? Yes, it does. It's actually, that's how I created this scene here. So all of these pins, like if I drag in a new one, all of these pins are already set up. So how I did it is I actually used this as a start, and then I just set up the rest of the pins on there. Yeah, Keyshot does allow that. And what I actually want to do is something like this, and then brightness at like 10, 50. Now we'll keep that angle at 0. And this one here, just want to see if I hide this one. I don't really need that one, and I'm not gonna need this pin because what I'm gonna use is actually one of these here. Drag that in there. And these pins I got from Grayscale Gorilla, so it's one of the stuff I got from there. And then we'll set this up as some pins. There we go. I mean, let's kind of have a look just what we're working with here. Turntable. Go over. Oh geez. Not what I wanted, but okay. My setup is Oh wait, well, let me just go into my normal animation setup, and I can always change it up from here. So let's go 14 seconds. This is very basic. I still need to work on the metal and such, just add a little bit of imperfections in it. But I think the rest should look pretty damn nice on it. Because even once we start adding some, let's see how the bloom does here. Let's do the 50 threshold. It should create some nice colors now. Even though I'm not really going to use the bloom because I'm going to be doing that in post-production. But it does... I always use the bloom just to check on where's the hot spots in the scene, so I have an idea in my post-production where it's going to glare. I just want to set up this animation thing so I can actually monitor the chats as well. Boom. But you can't set up HDRIs in V-Ray? It doesn't allow you to do it? Or what? Why can't you set up stuff in V-Ray? Or can't you set up pins in V-Ray? Because I know a lot of softwares, which is the one thing I love about KeyShot, and that I've noticed I'm missing already when I go to what do you call it, Octane, is that you can't. It's not as easy to build like an HDRI as it is in KeyShot, which sucks, but yeah. The pin one. Might just create... We'll put this at 85 rather, just because so the diamond in the front isn't that small. Over. We can go for the pin one. We can go for the HDRI map. What do you mean, Otaku? Okay, so this camera is now set up here. So we should be seeing some nice glares from this one. I might actually just remove this pin here. I don't know, it feels like it's a bit oddly placed. I don't know how that's going to affect the glares though. Because what I'm thinking is to have a few glares from up top as well. Won't be from the bottom. Maybe we can put the size down for the bottom ones. See? There we go. I don't know if I'll do these top ones though. They look a bit skittish. We cannot set pin like in KeyShot. Oh, okay. So you can only use a V-Ray map, and you can't really set up pins. So another way, I remember a guy I was speaking to quite a while ago, the first time I wanted to learn Octane. So he showed me this setup where you create in Blender, then you can actually set up a camera to look at the lighting, a panoramic camera, and you can actually create your own HDRIs with that. So one of the ones that he showed me how to create is actually this here. So if I just remove all of the pins, this HDRI was created in Blender, right? Let me just get the brightness correct. So this one was set up in Blender, which is pretty cool because now you can go and you can go and make this freaking black for this scene. Let's say, for instance, if we had to go do this scene, create like that alpha black, and it works pretty well. But yeah, then you got something like this. So this HDR was actually created from Blender. I was in that file earlier today. And yeah, it's also pretty nice. But I've found that, like, for HDRIs, like if you can get a demo version of Keyshot just to create HDRIs, I would do it. You know, I would do that entirely because you can export HDRIs as well. Like once you have it here, you can go and you can export the HDRI. And I've found that, at least in my experience, I couldn't find one HDRI that works for each and every design. I always have to change stuff. You can't export your lighting setup as HDRI? Why not though? Because if you right click it, you can literally export this thing as is. It should be able to export because it allows me to export. I don't see why they don't allow you guys to do that. Oh no, I mean like to build your HDRIs, just to get like a Keyshot, just to build them at least. What I actually want to do is let me just position this correctly on Instagram as well. Is that I want to set this thing on its own layer. Oh wait, I don't have a backplane, so there's no need for a default layer. So let's just call this one flat. Flat. Render the thumbnail. And I want to duplicate this to upright. Boom. Link materials, of course. It's always the upright animations that I struggle with, or the upright turntables, because I somehow always struggle to get the lighting to look good. Why are you not snapping to the ground? Oh wait, that's why. Just reset this thing's stuff. Okay. You know, this really pisses me off. 90. Oh no, we need to go minus 90. Minus 90, boom. Alright, let's do that. Do that, and let's go snap to ground. There we go. Alright, let's set up another camera for the side turntable. Oval diamond looks perfect with this HDRI. Oh, thanks, brother. Yeah, it's a very basic HDRI. Like, I try not to overdo it with HDRIs because once you have too much going on, it's it doesn't always look that good. So let's just set up this camera here, and then I should probably just add a ground plane just for the sake of controlling the reflection. And the geometry below ground, yeah. That is fine. Just like a little bit of roughness on the ground plane. You don't want everything to be perfectly smooth always. Let's go turntable. Set this one up at 14 seconds, same as the other one. So I've got depth of field on this thing, which is not looking great. So let's just set that up on the ring here, on the center gem. I can use a pointer. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. See if you can get a trial version of Keyshot, right? And then use that to, because I think you can export your HDRIs even in the trial version. Because the nice thing here, okay, but this is only, I know this is, oh, but wait. I don't know if you can actually create HDRIs in the trial version. I think that's a pro feature. I think that's a pro feature. I'm not too sure. So I just want to check here. Just turn off depth of field. I might need to bring in this box here and put this elevation on the top, and you just scale this up a little bit. Just so we can get some contrast here. Even though I don't really use that, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this camera angle, but from the top this should work as well. I think it looks pretty nice. It's just on these things you gotta have depth of field, man. Else these gems, they look like shit. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it really sucks. I've never used V-Ray. But yeah, this is one feature that I love of Keyshot, is being able to create HDRIs in it. The other thing, the other software you could possibly look at, it's called HDRI or HDR Creator, I think. No, HDRI Creator. Where is that software now? Man, I'll show you the software thing now. I downloaded the demo version of it. Let me just try and find it here real quick. HDR Light Studio. So that's the Light Studio. So this is another software you could use. It's paid, unfortunately, but it does have a demo version available. And this software, you can create your own HDRIs and stuff, and it's got a lot more flexibility than the one inside of Keyshot. But yeah, there's some cool stuff you can do, and it's a bunch of free HDRIs even included in it. This is the one when I downloaded the trial version, I got a bunch of stuff of these for free. And it's got plugins for Blender, 3ds Max, Cinema. It's got plugins for everything, basically. Rhino as well. And you can create that inside of Rhino if you wish, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so I mean that's actually a very nice shot. I might just save this camera angle just because. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get some structure to this video, right? So we're gonna have, I'm actually gonna start this turntable from a different angle from around here because I want to speed up the animation. Something like okay, let's just see. I need to create one here at 1 second. And this is why I need this whole thing done. 0. And then this one's value. So at 1 second, it needs to come down. The value needs to be like 0.15. Yeah. So it needs to be like a quick ramp up, I think. Amen. So let's just remove this thing here. And let's actually rotate this thing over back. I think what I need to do is rotate this thing so that it's 90 degrees back. And then it needs to do, let's just make this 10 seconds for the ease of using this software. And then in the first second, 1 second, 0, we need to be at 0.25 or 0.3, I think. We're doing 150 degree donor, so let's be at 0.4. Yeah, and then we'll get rid of that. Let's actually do this at like 500 milliseconds, I think. It's too slow. And yeah. And from 4 seconds, I think it needs a quick outreach. So boom, boom. From 4 seconds to, so this one will be at 4 seconds and 500 milliseconds. Yeah. Alright, so that's a 4-second animation. Done. Let me just save this file so long as black turntable. And we want to save this environment as well. Oh, but wait, hold up just a moment. No wonder the diamonds are black on the top, so I need to take this pin away. And then we'll duplicate this one, we'll put this as upright. add that pin back in there. So this is flat. Let's create a studio of this one. And we got a dun 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 dun. And then flat studio, boom. Alright, let's go to upright. Camera 2. And I want to do like a zoom in thing while it's turning here. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. I just need to have a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. And then, yeah, we can check how I'm gonna set this up. Perhaps also give it like a speed ramp. I might also just give this one a speed ramp as well. But this one, I want to do it 1 second. this one at like 0.5. Maybe 0.6. I don't know. We'll have a look here now and see how we're gonna put this thing together here. Just not a fan. Oh wait. Keep that the same. We're supposed to be in this one here. And this a bit darker. So we have that sorted. Might just do a slight I think 10 degrees or 9 degrees. Yeah, maybe like 8.5 degrees will be fine on this one. Just for the speed ramp. And then this one will bring to maybe like somewhere around here. I think around 3 seconds. Yeah. And then let's create a separate camera. Bring down the field of view. Bring the camera up. Just slightly bit less. This depth of field a bit more shallow. Save this from 3 seconds. I think that'll look pretty nice. Why does it look like this environment's not flattened? Supposed to be completely flat, but okay, any case. Maybe I should just increase that thing, but okay, that's not gonna worry too much. The only issue I have here now with this camera, I want to get more this diamond in here. 200. 200 should be fine, I think. From about 3 seconds play. Alright, so the idea is to have this camera angle play to about 3 seconds, right? About there, and then swapping that to this angle from there. I think that could look pretty nice. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So we do this. 3 seconds. And go. let's just put I think that should be good. Oh, I was streaming with my freaking webcam and I'm freezing. Alright, so what? No idea what that was, but okay. Anyways. Are you turntabling or... I'm doing the turntable, because if I rotate the camera, then I have to rotate the HDRI as well. So I find it easier just to rotate the model and not the camera. Because of, take for instance here, if I change the camera to here, well, it probably doesn't look too bad. But I find it's a bit more realistic with the turning the model itself, because that's similarly to how a turntable like this would be photographed inside of a, what do you call it, a light box or so. What's this? All right. This should be fine. I'm just trying to think, perhaps to have the camera because the other nice thing that we can do, right, is this right here. So we'll add this like a 75 and then have motion blur in the beginning. Motion blur really makes stuff look pretty damn nice. It can really sell the realism. So what I want to check now. Oh geez, okay, the motion blur is not working on that camera angle. I'd most likely do this camera angle as well. But I mean, once it reaches like 10 seconds, so I would say then from 10 seconds, let's mirror this thing. Is it turning the other way now? No, it's, yeah, it is. So let's just go. Oh man. Yeah. From 10 seconds I can use this camera angle here. Because my idea is to have the second camera from 1 to 3 seconds, right? So till about there. change camera angle to this one here from 3 seconds up to maybe around 8. Yeah, maybe around 8. And then going over to this camera here. Yeah. Something like that. All right. Just we got a lot of white in this environment. Might need to add some more black into it. Oh no, not the lights. This is black pen. Let's just duplicate this one and kind of block off. And do this as exponential. Exponential doesn't look alright. Maybe just something like this. Let's put it back to where it was. I don't know. Might be too much black. Yeah, no, let's get rid of the black. The white's fine. We want it to be properly lit. Just want to check where's the focus point on this thing because we're getting some somebody just subscribe. I keep hearing this noise. I don't know if somebody subscribed or not. Can't see it. I heard the noise, but I didn't see it. Or maybe it's Instagram. I don't know. What sound does Instagram make? But I don't think it pulls through Instagram's notifications though. But whoever, if you did subscribe, thanks for the subscribe. I do appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 before the end of this year. Now this should work. All right, so let's set up this camera. This camera is gonna go side 3 seconds. Side 3 seconds, boom. So we're gonna have it like that. Maybe I should do it 6 seconds. Where are we here? I think 3 seconds is fine. 3 seconds, and then we go over to camera 3. Like I know this thing isn't completely zoomed in. It's gonna be for mobile, so I need to keep in mind it's gonna cut out as well. I think it's gonna look cool. Do this side 4 to 10. Or side 4 to 8 or 3 to 8, 3 to 8 seconds. And once we reach 8 seconds, which is here, we'll go over to this camera here. And here I think we can stay for a good like 6 seconds from 8 to like 14. Is 14 is about here. And this one, top 8 to 14 seconds. So we'll have the first part, which is this one. And then that's gonna basically the jeweler. Hi, good morning. I have a question. I love your work. How did you learn to render jewelry? Brother, so I learned through YouTube, and basically that's it. There is some courses and stuff out there, but everything I learned was from YouTube and following or watching a guy called Will Gibbons on his stuff. And then I'm involved in a few communities as well that has a bunch of render artists on there, and I've networked with quite a few of them. And yeah, we also exchange ideas and tips and tricks and all of those kind of stuff, and that's how I've learned. That it's been trial and error. Like, I've been doing this for about 3 years now. I think it's actually going on 4 years now. The first 2 years was just me playing around with the stuff, not really doing it for any clients or stuff. I was only doing it for my partner's business. And after that I started enjoying it. And yeah, I mean, it's now been basically a year and a half since I started my business. Officially, I started it in the beginning of this year. I registered it like last year in November. It's like a year old now. But yeah, the only thing I can say, it's practice and it's repetitive stuff, trying to improve something each and every time. Like, there's some people like in the communities that I'm part of that just posts their renders and just says any advice. Like, I mean, that is so vague. And so what I would say is, if you're struggling with something in particular, like let's say trying to get glaze, because that was something I was struggling with always, to get these glaze and these colored stuff and everything. Because I used to do my HDRI setups with just one brightness level on all the lights. You're getting light in it, but there's no variance in brightness. And you need to have a small bright pin in order to create these. These aren't glaze, these are just blooms. I'm not going to render this image or this video with bloom, but it's basically just there. By the way, that reminds me, I need to make this thing pure black background. In any case, I just use this as an indication for me on where my glaze is going to go in post-production. But best advice is go and check out Will Gibbons' YouTube. I know for Keyshot specifically, there's very limited videos on how to do renderings and stuff. And if you like, there's sceneries you can buy from 3D Jewels, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, they're nice if you just want to get going and get stuff done. They're not as in detail, I want to say. Like, their stuff is a very good start, but I don't think you should stop there. The only problem I have with buying sceneries is you're not learning anything really, unless you go and actually try and dissect what they did in the scenery. Like me, I haven't bought sceneries yet. Yeah, no, I haven't bought sceneries yet. I've got some of their materials here that I bought, but the sceneries, I don't know, it's just, to me, I feel like it's something you have to create, and that's how you're gonna learn as well. But where are you from, brother? Where are you based, and what kind of jewelry do you do? Do you do fine jewelry? Do you do engagement stuff? Do you do hip-hop stuff? Why is this thing... Oh wait, that has to be activated. Alright. I feel like I want to create a separate animation for this one. I don't know. because it's gonna play from here. Maybe I'm from Dallas, Texas, currently doing fine jewelry. All right, awesome, brother. That's awesome. Yeah, so, well, like I said, bro, the easiest way to do it, well, it's not the easy way, it's the only way I know of, is hopping on YouTube and helping that. And I don't make tutorial videos yet, trust me, I do want to make some tutorials at some time. It takes a lot of time doing tutorials and editing videos, and currently I don't have that time available, but we are expanding our team and everything now from January. Well, actually, a lot of the team is coming in on the 16th of December anyways, already. Yeah, then once we've expanded, and so maybe I'll have a little bit more time, because I'm currently busy learning Octane with Blender as well. Now, I know with Blender there's a lot of tutorials available on how to use it and I'm not sure how the learning process will be going over to Blender to start, because it can be kind of overwhelming. Like I produced my first render with Octane the other day. Let me show you guys how it looked. I'm actually so freaking proud of it. So I produced this is the first render I made the other day with Octane, and yeah, there's problems with it, like you can see on the diamonds, especially on the sides. We had some weird stuff happening, and the lighting is not perfect, but I was so stoked because it's such a complex software for me, at least coming from Keyshot, to be able to produce something like this. It was actually, I was very excited. But that being said as well, there's a lot of knowledge that I've picked up over the years from Keyshot that I just went and applied in there. And the biggest thing I think with Octane is trying to learn how the node graphs work, because it's similar to Keyshot stuff, but the namings are completely different. Like it takes me almost 10 times as long to do one render on Octane than what it does on Keyshot, and yeah, that's not always good for business. Okay, so I think this thing is done, and I can start rendering out these ones. I need to add another view for this thing here, which I don't know what other view I'm gonna add on this thing, because this is that close-up view. I'll probably just loop a front one again for the end. Yeah, something like that. I'll probably just loop the front one again for the end. Or let's do a camera where we've got this diamond entirely in focus. Pick camera one. I'm gonna screw around with the, just want the diamond up close. 250. Oh wait, is that the motion blur causing this stuff to look blurry? I personally don't model, but I've got a team of CAD designers that model for me. They all basically have they all have manufacturing experience. I do the rendering part of it, but yeah, there's no rendering without CAD. And I had a lot of clients ask me for CAD work as well, so I just thought it fitting to actually bring on board some CAD designers. So I do offer CAD services, but usually the CAD services we don't just do the CAD for the companies. We'll basically do the CAD for rendering as well. When you send it to you, it'll have a manufacturable file as well. At this point, we don't just do CAD just to send out CAD. So if we're doing the CAD for you, it'll have to be as an add-on for videos or images or whatever the case may be. But maybe in the future somewhere we'll offer CAD as a whole separate service just like that. But for now, it's basically like an add-on for your visualization. I'm thinking maybe to do a shot where it's set up, because this diamond looks so fucking good. I'm actually surprised with myself on how this diamond looks. I mean, it actually looks very good. How do I go about getting customers for my business? Well, most of the time, like in the beginning, I used to DM probably like 50 jewelers per day. In the beginning, I offered to do stuff for them for free. At the stage where I'm at now, I'll be honest, I don't go and look for customers most of the time. Customers find me, whether that be through social media, referrals, or maybe an ad that I ran. And also, I mean, what I'm doing right here is also there to find customers. I mean, if somebody comes across my live and they see we're busy creating stuff and how the process goes and all those kind of stuff, that also attracts customers. Like, I think on most of my lives that I've done, after each and every live, I at least have one client reaching out that wants to start working with me. That saw the live. So this is also a way of getting customers while doing work. But yeah, if you're trying to find customers and you don't have a name yet, you don't have a portfolio, I would literally just go out and tell people, listen, do some shit for free. That way you're gonna get known, as well as you're gonna practice. They're not gonna, even if it turns out shit, they're not going to be upset about it because they didn't pay for it. They're getting it for free. And the one thing I only asked each customer that agreed to that was, if they do post it, is to tag me in the video. Just give me credit for it. That's the only term I had if I was doing something for them for free. If they like it and they post it, they must tag me. And that process worked pretty well. Adjust the depth of field here slightly, so we get that pear shapes on the back as well. I think this is looking good. So let's save this camera angle as outro. Outro, boom. Outro, what? 4 seconds. Yeah, I think we got our, well, I might actually just cut this video in half there. How did I find jewelers at first? Brother, I literally went onto Instagram and just searched jeweler, or jewelry, or whatever the case may be. And every jewelry account that popped up, I just hit DM and I DM'd, like I said, I DM'd like 50 jewelers per day. But if you're trying to get leads, right, and that goes for everybody that's on this thing or watching here now, let me give you guys a solid like cheat code for how you can go and find clients and everything. And the thing is, I don't have well, I do have that knowledge now, but it's because of this one thing. It's basically go and grab the book $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozy, right? And listen and read and study that book. The way that guy does business, he makes it seem so simple. It was after that book where I started actually DMing people. And the knowledge in there, and he's got another book as well, which I would actually recommend to read before, called $100 Million Offers. Go and read that, as well as $100 Million Leads. And I promise you, he makes it seem so simple to go and find clients. And it's literally just about quantity, how much stuff you can do per day. Like, yeah, I DM'd 50 jewelers a day, and I would maybe get 1 or 2 out of every 100 that I message that actually takes me up on my offer. So it's then just a matter of quantity. And the best part is, after I did stuff for them for free, their first video for free, they even came back afterwards to buy from me. I think 90% of the people I did stuff for free came back and actually bought from me afterwards. And then they started telling people, and yeah, that's basically how I got started. Okay, I think this would be good. About 3 seconds. Go on here. Up until 8. And boom. Transition into here. Up until 14, and then boom. I think just this one I'm gonna make 6 seconds long. Hey brother, yeah, all of my lives, they are basically, they upload and saved automatically. So all of my lives will remain on my YouTube channel. The only one is if you're on Instagram. I know Instagram doesn't save my lives. So for the people on Instagram, if you want to see the live, you can also see the entire screen then. Well, even though I operate with 2 screens, I have my animation stuff here up on the other screen. Because it gets too crowded here, but all of that stuff is on my YouTube, and it automatically posts the recorded video and everything. The only annoying thing is it's not like a tutorial, so it's not like quick paste, so you kind of have to go through it. But yeah, all right, I think that would be this video completed. So we got the intro, which is going to be something like this. And rendering, if you're starting your own jewelry business, rendering will help you a lot, because I mean, you're saving so much time from having to manufacture, and capital as well. You save a lot of stuff on all of those things. And the nice thing is, you can go, like, for instance, let's take this ring. Okay, we got it in yellow gold, in white gold. So we'll literally go here, there, and put this at like 40, and this one at 40. Boom, you got a yellow gold ring. I mean, if you have to produce that, it's not that quick. So yeah, that's just it's a rendering will definitely benefit you if you're starting out in a business and you know how to render. You're so far ahead from most people that are starting businesses because you can create endless amounts of content without any capital invested apart from the hardware that you need to render. Obviously that's going to be some capital, but once you have the hardware, you can design as many rings and you can design stuff with emeralds. I mean, for instance, let's say this had to be a sapphire. You can literally go in, you say, boom, okay, this has to be a sapphire now. Let's make a sapphire ring, and obviously that would be something more like this here, and then boom, you got a sapphire ring. You know, no jeweler is able to keep up with that. Like obviously, yeah, the renders, it takes a while to learn and all of that, but once you have that skill down, I would actually just do a sapphire ring, something like this, and probably even a little bit darker. Something like that, maybe. And let's just turn this back to white gold. And boom. How can I highlight the stones while moving? Brother, that is literally these pins here. So these are just small little bright lights that I have. You don't, if you don't have something set up like this. Abu Sal, I'm busy letting you know, brother. So you can even add pins like this, make them like maybe, I don't know, 10 big. Well, 10 is maybe a lot, maybe 5. And then the highlight, and you just make it like a bright pin. Like if I hide these and I were to go and then duplicate these ones and add them all around across the edge here, maybe 10 is even too little. You can go and make like one of them a 50. Yeah, and there I have some glaze at 50. How can you highlight the stones? I don't know what you mean, brother. I got no clue what you're meaning on how can you highlight the stones. If you're talking about the glaze, all of that stuff is done in post-production. Yeah, brother. I would say it's a worthwhile investment going to learn how to produce jewelry, because for the main reason that when you're creating CAD, there's certain stuff for the manufacturing that you have to keep in mind. Else you're gonna have trouble with your manufacturing, and there's not gonna be enough space for the setter and everything. I don't know what you mean, brother. Are you serious right now? Brother, I'm gonna mute you if you keep spamming the chat. Like, I don't know what you mean. Yeah, I see I got a spammer in here. I'm gonna mute the guy if he doesn't stop. Okay, fine. Abu Sal, you're getting muted, brother. As soon as I tune into freaking YouTube. I'm not even tuned in. I'll probably have to look at getting some moderators at some point. Now I gotta figure out how to mute somebody. I don't even know how to mute somebody. Can you believe that? You're getting muted, brother. How do I mute somebody in my chat though? Okay, so you've got a 30-minute timeout, brother. You're on a timeout. You need to calm down. Or find a way to tell me what you mean, because with the highlights, I explained how you highlight the gem. Yeah, I put him on a timeout. I don't know it's gonna remove his messages. I don't know how this shit works. I don't really have spammers or anything, but that was the first one I seen. Alright, so I'm gonna save this scene. Guys, I'm not gonna render it out now because it's probably gonna render out overnight and everything. And then I'll check tomorrow. Perhaps tomorrow I can go live when I do the post-production on it. I'll try and do the live maybe in my afternoon time, because then it should be morning time in the US. So yeah, then I'll do that, because if I'm gonna do it in the morning, it's gonna be like midnight for you guys. So yeah, then I'll check to do the post-production and everything tomorrow on it. Yeah, well, that's a good idea. At least it's something that, you know, when to come back to. All right, but guys, I think that is going to basically conclude the live. What do I use for music? Well, let me actually just do this, and then I can go back to my webcam. So what I use for music, how's it, by the way, for those that have never seen my face? What I use for music is a software called Upbeat, right? So I'll show you guys here. There's this software called Upbeat. It's like, I don't even know, it's like, I think $8 a month or something. But everything here is copyright free, and I saw today as well, the first time I see now that they've added motion graphics as well. So you can now get a bunch of different stuff, LUTs, and I don't know, intros. I'll probably go through some of this stuff at some point. Subscribe buttons, like I was looking at this one to maybe make my alert for when somebody subscribes to the channel. But I kind of like mine because I've made it myself, so it kind of looks like something like this, which has my logo and everything, which I like. But yeah, we'll see. It's got all of this stuff, but I've got music here. It's got an AI playlist generator, so you can literally type in here what kind of scene you're building, what kind of video. Yeah. I do this full time, brother. I don't have a full-time job. I used to till the end of last year, sorry. And in the beginning of this year, I went into this full time, and that's why I don't see myself as a freelancer. It's a business that I'm busy creating, because I'm also hiring employees now and setting up a studio and everything. So this is my thing. It's my business that we're expanding on and creating and all of those kind of stuff. And for now, I only do jewelry, and in future, something I'd really love to dip my toes into is rendering of luxury yachts and all of that. Be like in next year. Brother, nothing's impossible. Believe me, like my first few months in the business was tough, but I definitely picked up. So I don't really have a streaming schedule, right? Like I try to go live when I'm working on stuff that I'm not under NDAs or under contracts or anything. So normally I would say possibly in the afternoons my time, because I'm based in South Africa, so I'm about 7 hours, or I think it's 7 hours of the daylight savings time for you guys, or whatever the summertime. I don't know what you guys call it over there. We don't have that time changes, but I think I'm about 7 hours ahead. So I usually go in the afternoons, because most of my clientele is also based in the US. I do have some clients in the UK and in Australia, but the majority of my clients is based in the US and in Canada. No, I'm glad you find it valuable, brother. Yeah, so the groups that I'm part of, on Facebook there's a group called Digital Rendering. Man, let me try and find it here real quick for you Facebook. So I'm part of this. Where is it now? Digital rendering for jewelry designers. So I'm part of this group here. This is actually one of my previous posts and stuff. So here is a nice place where you can find some other artists, and you can network with them. That's where I actually went to go on here to network with other artists and, you know, kind of learn some new stuff and see where I can contribute. And I try to help out people that asks for advice on here as well. And but something that I'm also going to be doing next year is there's going to be a community. I'm just in the works of still trying to create everything and all of that. So I'm going to be creating a community where you guys can be a part of, and yeah, there'll be some exclusive content on the community and stuff, and I'm actually going to try and get some tutorial videos and stuff done for the members of that community. And you know, there'll be like challenges and stuff, and rate your renders, and how can I improve your renders, or how I would improve your renders, and all those kind of things. But yeah, that'll all be announced. So if you're not following me on Instagram, because I can't really post that on YouTube real much, but go and follow me on Instagram, because I'll probably post the stuff to how to become part of that community on Instagram. Wait, you talking about a mannequin? Which mannequin? Oh, you're talking about the busk. Yeah, this is actually a good friend of mine's stuff. He does these things, Paulo. He's an amazing guy. And we're actually busy collaborating on a project now for a guy based in Miami. And it's a sick render. Like I'll post it up on my Instagram once it's done. But we're busy collaborating on something. But he does some amazing stuff, especially with the hip hop scene. Alright, cool, brother. So guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna hop off so I can get some other work done and such, and then I'm gonna render out those scenes. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you on the next one. If we might go live tomorrow again when I do the post-production on these videos that I'm busy with now. There's going to be 2 rings, but we'll be doing post-production on both. But other than that, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll see you in the next one. Conquer confidence. Cheers.